You miss most about the Mirage?
I won't miss anything because I have the memories. I have the luxury of having it be my lived experience.
One last time, all right? We say thank you, Mirage, in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Mirage!
Waking up today to sad breaking news about Elaine Wynn, the woman known by some as the Queen of Las Vegas. She passed away at the age of 82.
Yeah, and talk about a life well lived. She helped shape the Strip, shape education in Nevada, even a big hand in the local art scene.
The Strip was quiet that morning, not from the usual hush of a desert sunrise, but from something far heavier in the air. For the first time in decades, the lights of Las Vegas seemed dim, not because they weren't glowing, but because the woman who helped them shine had taken her final bow. Elaine Wynn, co-founder of some of the most luxurious resorts in the world, the woman whose vision shaped the soul of modern Vegas, had died. She wasn't just a name on a tower. She was the force behind the curtain, the woman who dared to enter a man's world and didn't just survive. She led, from Mirage to Bellagio, to the twin marvels of Wynn and Encore. Every arch, every chandelier, every detail bore her fingerprint. And yet, behind all that opulence, behind the billions and the boardrooms, she was someone else too, an advocate, a mother.
We want to be sure that we can be competitive.
Elaine Wynn helped change Las Vegas. She arrived here with her husband Steve in 1967. They started at the Golden Nugget, then the Frontier.
A woman who believed children should have more than she did growing up. Born in a time when women were told to follow, Elaine chose to lead. She co-founded a company that became an empire, but never lost sight of those who helped build it. Employees remember how she'd walk the casino floors, asking questions no CEO ever bothered to ask.
She was one of the kindest, most generous people to ever impact Las Vegas. Elaine Wynn, billionaire, philanthropist, and co-founder of Wynn Resorts, passed away on April 15th, 2025. Wynn Resorts posted the following statement sharing profound grief at her unexpected passing. I say unexpected, but Elaine was 82, and they say that she battled a brief illness, but as recently as within the last few months, she was active in the social scenes in Vegas and Los Angeles. On a global scale, she will forever be remembered as Steve Wynn's ex-wife. But anyone who has worked for Wynn Resorts or lived in Las Vegas knows that she was the visionary behind Wynn. Not only did she have an impeccable eye for design, but she had a huge heart and connected on a personal level with employees. She gave so much back to the community.
How's your family? Do your kids like school? She remembered names. She remembered birthdays. She made people feel seen. And when the profits rolled in and the lights got brighter, she turned her attention outward, fighting for Nevada's schools, championing arts programs, and pouring millions into communities that many had forgotten.
Bet big on the future of Las Vegas when, in the mid-'80s, it was at a low. When the Mirage opened in 1989, it brought the Strip back to life. It was bigger than anything else. The Wynns opened the Bellagio in 1998. It was nicer than anything else. Wynn Resort followed, a crowning achievement.
She didn't just donate. She showed up. She stood in classrooms. She sat through long board meetings. She made sure voices that were too often drowned out, teachers, children, single mothers, were heard. But even legends face storms.
Elaine was a crucial part of it all. Her touch can still be seen in the resorts she guided. She spent 13 years as chair of the Wynn Resorts board. As co-founder, she became a billionaire. Elaine Wynn put that money to use. An elementary school bears her name. She led the UNLV Foundation. Wynn started Communities in Schools, a nonprofit helping keep children in class. The Elaine Wynn Foundation helped create nonprofits, fund art museums, and its reach will live on throughout the valley. There were challenges along the way. Elaine and Steve divorced twice. The second time, the battle over company ownership ended up lasting several years. They share 2 children. Through it all, Elaine Wynn remained the queen of Las Vegas, a powerful and compassionate woman who helped make the Strip what it is today.
Through a very public divorce and boardroom battles that could have soured anyone, Elaine stayed rooted, unshaken, quietly, gracefully, and always with purpose. Her influence reached far beyond hotel lobbies and marble staircases. There's a school in Las Vegas that carries her name.
For nearly 60 years, Wynn was a leading figure in our casino industry.
She also supported a long line of nonprofits and causes. Good Day Las Vegas anchor John Langler looks back at the life of Elaine Wynn.
Community, she certainly had to be in play and had to be remembered as someone who brought women into the casino industry at a level that they otherwise didn't enjoy.
The passing of 82-year-old Elaine Wynn. She's being remembered for her huge impact on Southern Nevada and well beyond. Thanks for staying with us here at 4:30. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. From the Mirage to Wynn and Encore, Elaine Wynn played a key role developing the Las Vegas Strip as we know it.
And her reach in the community went far beyond gaming. Those close to her say she was an instrumental role in breaking the glass ceiling of the Strip's male-dominated field.
8 News Now reporter Ryan Tismaneski joins us live near the Wynn, speaking with people who work closely with her.
Kirsten, Denise, those I spoke to all share similar memories.
She cared deeply about the community.
Caring for her community and for her employees. Alan Feldman with UNLV's International Gaming Institute opened the Mirage with Elaine Wynn, witnessing firsthand the changes she brought to the Strip. He says today's industry could learn from her.
This mantra that our people are our most important asset. There are many of us who know that the companies we work for say that and then don't back it up. And I think one of the things that Elaine showed us was that if you actually back that up, if you really make that have meaning, all of your employees are going to have a sense of ownership and a sense of pride in what they're doing.
Feldman says part of Elaine's legacy was the people she mentored, taking what she taught them into running their businesses and nonprofits throughout the country.
Not because of her money, but because of her commitment. Ask the teachers there what she meant, and you'll hear it. She cared. She really cared. And now, she's gone. No cause of death announced. Just silence, an absence that ripples through a city built on noise.
Morning. It is something we will keep track of. We do have the details up on news3lv.com. I've not disclosed the cause right now. It is something we're going to keep track of here for the woman who played a prominent role here in Las Vegas, dedicating her mission herself to the mission of communities in schools, that community foundation, working as a chairman alongside founder Bill Milliken to provide those resources to children to thrive here in Southern Nevada. We are going to keep watch for the details.
At Tuesday's public meeting, Commissioner Jim Gibson took a breath and said what many felt, but few could voice. She didn't hold her own. She led the way. And that's the truth. She led, even when the world wasn't ready for women to lead. She led with empathy, with tenacity, with style.
That's what Las Vegas is and does. It keeps the promise. Otherwise, we would not have had successful Formula One, successful Sphere Opening, successful Allegiant Stadium, and all of the other amazing things that keep happening, much to our delight as we enter this next period of extraordinary development in Las Vegas. So I'm grateful. Joe, thank you for including me today. To all of our colleagues and friends and neighbors and people whose kids went to school with my kids. This is home for me. Las Vegas means home. Nevada means home. And I thank each and every one that can hear my voice today. And I hope you really appreciate that this is my home. When I first moved here, a colleague at the Frontier Hotel, which is where we had our very humble beginnings, said to me, when you get the desert sand in your...
Turned Vegas from neon distraction into a polished dream, one where elegance met ambition and anyone, regardless of background, could find their place. Today, as we pass the fountains at Bellagio, as we watch the reflections of Wynn's towers shimmer against the desert night, we're reminded Elaine Wynn wasn't just a businesswoman. She was a builder of dreams, a protector of people, a champion for the overlooked. Her legacy won't just be carved in glass and steel, but in the hearts of every child who learned because of her, every artist who found a stage, and every employee who knew they mattered. If this story moved you, even just a little, remember that legacies like Elaine's aren't made of money or monuments. They're made of action, of choosing to care when no one's looking. So do something today that lifts someone else up. help a child, support a local school, stand up for someone's potential. That's what Elaine would have done. Because while the world may have lost a giant, what she stood for doesn't have to fade. Share her story. Let the world know that behind the glitz of Vegas was a woman with grit, grace, and a heart that never stopped giving. Elaine Wynn didn't leave behind just real estate or fortune. She left behind an ethos. That elegance isn't a luxury. It's a form of care. That power isn't meant to be wielded. It's meant to be shared. That leadership isn't loud. It's lasting. And so the story doesn't end with Elaine's passing. It starts again with what we do next. Because if we believe in what she stood for, we can carry it forward by protecting education, by lifting women into leadership, by choosing compassion when the world pushes us to look away. Elaine once said, "Greatness isn't what you build, it's what you leave behind." And what she left is shining still.